Count 4 people that you know in Lagos State, and at least one of them could have had COVID-19. Well, that's not to scare you. That's according to a survey by Nigerian Center for Disease Control. But some respite has come. And if you haven't heard that, that must be because you missed some stories over the week. Not to worry, I'm here to help. Welcome to the first episode of the Unforgettable Moment of the Week on Premium Times Podcast. I am Titilope Fadari, and I will be sharing fresh perspectives to events that shaped the country over the week. Back to COVID-19, conspiracy theories should rest because Nigeria has taken delivery of 3.94 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines, which has efficiency of about 76%. Nigeria joins West African co-landlords, Ghana and Ivory Coast, to have had their doses of the jab under the COVAX arrangement. Further batches are expected as the arrangement will cater to about 20% of participating countries' population. The hope to flatten the viral curve, which has infected over 150,000 and killed almost 2,000 persons, will finally be underway after NAFDAC examines samples from the jabs. In the meantime, please keep wearing your nose masks and be responsible. Then it was Chibok, then Dapchi, then Kankara, then it was Kagara in Niger State, and now Jangebe in Zamfara State. After days of dialogue and negotiations, the kidnapped school children from Kagara and Jangebe were released. The government said all the kidnapped children have been released, even though their number differs from the initial official figure quoted immediately after the kidnap. Parents who are yet to receive their kids have been advised to cry out. The government also said no ransom was paid, rather, repentant bandits helped broker the release. This explains why some of the sinner-turned-saints have been talking, including having what seemed like photo ops, while the clamor of amnesty for them intensified. Meanwhile, self-acclaimed liaison officer between the government and the bandits, Ahmad Gumi, has been on a tour to broker a deal of ceasefire while seeking amnesty for the criminals. Well, it is yet to be seen if the government will deliver justice to the victims of banditry as they do amnesty for the criminals. For the first time in the history of the Anti-Graft Agency, an EFCC-trained officer was appointed to head the commission. Abdulrasheed Bawa is the new sheriff in town. Young, experienced, articulate, he matched everything thrown at him during his screening at the Senate with measured scholarly response. He assured Nigerians that he would deliver and use his experience to rid the country of corruption. Just maybe now, we can begin to see Nigeria move on to the Corruption Perception Index. But one says he is in doubt. Isse Sage, the chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption. He fears that Abubakar Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation, may interfere in the duties of Abdulrasheed Bawa. The duels between all former chairmen of the EFCC and the nation's attorneys general is not in doubt. But will this be different, as Isse Sage fears? Only time will tell. Major shout out to Yusuf Akimpelu for being a part of this production. Anticipate more interesting updates from this corner every Saturday. I am Titilope Fadari. See you next week.